Let's take you now directly to Kerala. All 20 seats are voting in Kerala, and what has been an acrimonious battle where Pinarayi Vijayan and Rahul Gandhi is concerned, especially in the recent past. We are visuals coming in. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan arriving to cast his ballot, casting his vote. These visuals coming in early this morning, Akshita.
That's right. These images from Pinarayi in Kannur. He's very fondly called as Comrade Pinarayi also, Preeti, and you can see him being accompanied by his family members, his wife, his daughter Veena also with him there in those images. Early in the morning, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan leading by example. For him, this is a crucial election. While Pinarayi Vijayan has successfully led the LDF through multiple assembly elections, ensured wins, the general elections has been a challenge for the LDF, and they're yet to really breach that challenge or really ensure that they can provide stiff competition to the UDF. Pinarayi Vijayan, that's why, Preeti, hasn't held back from attacking the Congress, allies or not outside of Kerala. He hasn't held back from constantly targeting Rahul Gandhi for contesting from Wayanad, because he knows full well the importance of North Kerala, which was swept by the UDF, and many believe it was because of the Rahul Gandhi factor, the fact that he chose to contest from Wayanad. So there's a concern for Pinarayi Vijayan that could repeat, which is why he's been so critical of Rahul Gandhi's choice of Wayanad.
Well, you're right there, and especially the Congress is looking to do well this time around on its own where Kerala is concerned. And if the Congress needs to come good on the national stage, it needs to come good in states like Kerala, in states like Karnataka, and that is one of the main thrusts where Kerala is concerned. Joining me right now from Thiruvananthapuram, which is seeing a pitched battle between Shashi Tharoor and Rajiv Chandrasekhar from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we're going to continue streaming these visuals for our viewers as the Chief Minister of Kerala goes in to cast his vote. Shibi Mol, good morning, or what's the better way of saying good morning?
Let's say namaskaram, Shibi.
Namaskaram, Shibi Mol. How's it going? What is it looking like this morning? What are you watching out for?
Namaskaram to both of you, Preeti and Akshita. In fact, we're seeing good number of people coming out here in Thiruvananthapuram to cast their vote, especially senior citizens, to avoid the heat specifically, because it's been terribly hot in Kerala in this summer season. A lot of senior citizens, and interestingly, there's a lot of young voters also. If we see this time around, when the voters list was published, Kerala had around 3 lakh of new young voters in the voters list, which was from the age group of 18 to 19. That is the highest in India. So around 3 lakh new young voters are there in this year's Kerala election. So, of course, Thiruvananthapuram is a tough battle, it's a tight contest. But, of course, since we saw Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan coming to cast his vote in Kannur, let me tell you, this is a very, very crucial election as far as Pinarayi Vijayan is concerned. The leader, Pinarayi Vijayan, is concerned. He has led the campaign for the left on his own. In the last 2 weeks, we have not seen him anywhere close to Thiruvananthapuram or South Kerala, even Central Kerala. His entire focus in the last 2 weeks has been on North Kerala. He has not moved an inch from North Kerala, where he feels that's where the CPIM is going to shine. The CPIM is going to gather most of their seats, where he feels that there will be a swing in the Muslim vote bank, especially raising the CA. The CA definitely is a concern among the minority vote bank, especially in northern Kerala, and that's exactly what we saw in the last many weeks. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan consistently raising the issue of CA and promising them that we will stand strongly. More than Congress, it's us who can stand strong for you in the matters of CA and other issues. So it's a crucial election as far as Pinarayi Vijayan is concerned, because there's very, very strong anti-incumbency on ground, and that's probably the only factor that is working against the left, and that is definitely affecting their chances, because they fielded some very, very popular, strong candidates. All of them are facing the heat. All of them are engaged in tight battle purely because of the anti-incumbency. So,
the most interesting aspect of this election, as you rightly pointed out, Shibi, is what's going to actually happen in North Kerala. Because, with what happened in 2019, Pinarayi Vijayan will take this personally upon him to kind of change how the LDF performed in 2019 in North Kerala. In Kannur too, while that may be a place where the left will be counting on doing well, last time around they didn't win that seat. So this time they were hoping that Kannur goes in their favor, Preeti.
Well, you're right there, and we're going to get you all the latest coming in from Kerala, because Kerala, single phase election, second phase, all 20 seats up for voting. But let's shift to Karnataka. The south is where the big fight is in Karnataka, split even keel. The north will vote in the third phase. The south goes to vote today. And the latest coming in, like I pointed out, half of Karnataka casting its vote. Infosys, Narayana Murthy, Sudha Murthy, actor Prakash Raj, and Team India coach Rahul Dravid were amongst the early voters who stepped out to cast their vote. There's something about the south of the Vindhyas. You know, Akshita, everyone, and we saw that in Tamil Nadu as well, up and about early, going in to cast their vote. It's not even 9 o'clock, and most VVIPs have gone and cast their vote already. Not so much in the north till now, because we still haven't seen even the candidates go across and vote yet.
We're early birds, Preeti. We're always early birds because the sun rises early, we're up early. We like to go and finish our chores before really the heat picks up on ground. And it's terribly hot right now in parts of South Karnataka, in Bengaluru, which is also scorching. You know, I've got so many family and friends in Bengaluru are saying, we've never seen a summer quite like this, but that's no excuse. All you Bengalurians watching this broadcast, please go out, exercise your franchise. You know, I was listening to Rahul Dravid earlier. He's saying, let's ensure that there's a record voter turnout in Bengaluru. So we really hope that happens. But South Karnataka, Preeti, that's essentially 14 of the 28 seats, exactly half of Karnataka that's voting today. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch out for. I think one of the biggest factors, besides all the big faces, besides Bengaluru, is the Vokaliga vote in South Karnataka.
Well, you're right there, because what's interesting, viewers, is the last time around we'd seen the JDS was with the Congress. There was an alliance with the Congress in 2019, and out of these 14, only one seat the Congress won, which was the rural Bengaluru seat. And this time around, the alliances are very, very different, because the JDS is now with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and it'd be interesting to see how that pans out. Where the BJP is concerned, some VVIPs in the fray. The fate of BJP's Tejasvi Surya, Shobha Karanlaje, former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, like I pointed out, D.K. Shiv Kumar's brother, D.K. Suresh, Royal Sion, who's decided to take the political plunge, contesting from Mysuru, Yaduvir Vadya, will all be sealed in this phase. Now, unlike the triangular contest in the assembly elections last year, the general election is going to be a straight fight between the BJP-JDS alliance and the Congress.
Here in Bengaluru, what is the message for Bengalurians and all the South Bengaluru?
Everyone will say the same thing. Please come out, vote, express what's in your mind, and choose your leaders.
And what is the issue that Sudha Murthy looks at? Is it the candidate, the party? What does Sudha Murthy look at?
I always look at the stable government, government which will work, which will help poor people. That's always in my mind.
And usually people, because it's summer, don't turn out, and it's a long weekend.
Summer you go for a hiking, summer you go for cold places. And can you not do for your country once in 5 years? You know, you should be conscious about your country, what do you want, and what do you want to tell your leaders. So you should come out and once in 5 years, not every day.
What is the message for Bengalurians?
Well, today is a very happy day. Today we should all be enthusiastic to exercise the power given by our Constitution to choose whatever candidate that we want to govern us for the next 5 years. Therefore, we must all be very happy, enthusiastic and energetic to take care, to handle this extraordinary power given by our democracy.
I also have with me actor Prakash Raj. Sir, you're here early in the morning to exercise your franchise. Are you enjoying your dance of democracy?
Yes, I'm in my school, the school I studied in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's my classrooms, yeah.
So what are the issues that you're going to be voting for? Because on your Twitter, you're very active about democracy and how important it is to exercise your franchise and to save democracy. What are your issues, sir?
Your question has the answer in it. Yes. It's to save democracy. It's for harmony. It's for the future.
And why? So why is it precisely, do you think, our democracy is at stake? Why is it that you have
I
this
think
opinion?
you should talk to me after the voting because there are a lot of people I don't want to influence by talking.
So one final question: would you want to, encourage more voters to come and vote early in the morning? Because you've showed up. You are one of the first ones to come and vote.
It's very important to vote, especially to the young voters. I request them because you will know the joy and the liberation you get and the power you get when you exercise your vote. Because your representative should be chosen by you, because he's going to represent you, he's going to talk your voice will be heard with that. So please come out and vote. This is one important day in your life.
So your message to the young voters today, sir?
Yeah, I'd really request everyone to come and vote. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. We are given a great opportunity in our great country to be able to exercise our right to vote. The arrangements are fantastic. Everyone is looking after us very well here. Everything is very smooth and peaceful. So please, everyone is very smooth and peaceful. So please come out here and vote. It will be fantastic. Bangalore should create a record this time. Thank you.